Good day, children. Today in this video, we will see the poem The Gardener by Robert Louis Stevenson. Robert Louis Stevenson, 1850 to 1894, was a Scottish writer. He is best known as the author of the children's classic Treasure Island and the horror story The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. As a child, he was ill very often and spent a great deal of time reading and writing. The speaker is an young boy from a wealthy family, from a rich family. The family has a large garden, a gardener, and a cook. The young boy is bored because he has no playmates and the gardener is not interested in playing with him. The speaker also seems to be fascinated by the strong, quiet gardener who does not pay much attention to him. Now let's see the poem. The gardener does not love to talk. He makes me keep the gravel walk. And when he puts his tools away, he locks the door and takes the key. Okay, the poem starts with the gardener who doesn't talk at all and who doesn't love to talk to anyone. He makes me keep the gravel walk. As you can see in the picture, this is gravel walk. Okay, he makes the speaker to walk on the gravel, which is there in garden. And when he puts his tools away, when he finishes his work, he locks the door and takes the key. It's like the gardener never even says a bye to the young boy, okay? So what he does? He locks the door and takes the key. Away behind the currant row, where no one else but cook may go. Far in the plots I see him dig, old and serious, brown and big. So what is the poet saying here? Away from the currant row. What is currant? A shrub which produces small berries that can be eaten. Okay, that is behind the currant row, where no one else but only the cook may go. Only the cooks are allowed to go there because they use all those berries for cooking purpose. Okay, so only the cooks are allowed to go there. Far in the plots I see him dig. Far away in the plots, the young boy is seeing him, the gardener, dig something. The line old and serious, brown and big describes the way the gardener looks. He looks old, he looks so serious, he looks brown, the skin color, and big. Okay? He digs the flowers green, red and blue, nor wishes to be spoken to. He digs the flowers and cuts the hay, and never seems to want to play. Okay, here the poet says that he's very hardworking. The gardener is very hardworking. Yes, he was working on the flowers that were green, red and blue in color. Okay, and what else he's saying here? He digs the flower and cuts the hay and never seems to want to play. He doesn't wish to be spoken to and neither does he want to play. Silly gardener, summer goes and winter comes with pinching toes. When in the garden bare and brown, you must lay your barrow down. So what is the poet saying here? He's saying that, you silly gardener, summer goes, the winter comes with pinching toes. What do you mean by pinching toes? The speaker is probably talking about the kind of shoes that one has to wear in the winter, as you can see in the picture. Yes, these shoes are usually very snug and cover the whole foot, so the speaker might felt as though they are pinching him. When in the garden bare and brown, you must lay your barrow down. What do you mean by barrow? A one-wheeled vehicle used to move mud and plants in the garden, as you can see in the picture. Okay. The gardener lays his barrow down because the garden is bare and brown in winter. Okay. Plants cannot grow from the icy ground, isn't it, children? Yes. Well, now and while the summer stays, to profit by the garden days. Oh, how much wiser you would be to play at Indian wars with me. Well, now and while the summer stays, which means the speaker is home for his summer holidays. To profit by the garden days. To profit by these garden days. The speaker refers to those days in summer when the garden is flourishing. Okay? Oh, how much wiser you would be to play at Indian wars with me. Oh, how much wiser you would be to play at Indian wars with me. This line says that the young boy is saying to the gardener that you must be much wiser when you play Indian wars with me. To play at Indian wars with me. What is the young boy stating here? Why is he calling gardener to play Indian wars? What do you mean by Indian wars? Indian wars is nothing but in those days, small British children, okay, those kids used to pretend like British soldiers fighting for the Native Americans using toy bows and arrows and toy guns. Okay, as you can see in this picture. Okay, they used to play like this. So, the poet is calling the gardener to play Indian wars with him instead of working. Thank you, children.